Hey guys, so I was on Batman Arkham City a few days ago, in free roam, and I was just messing around with a few of the criminals, just throwing batarangs at them. And all of a sudden I do this. And I'm wondering, how the heck did I do that? Cause, at first I'm still new to the game, so I just, assume I can't skip it until I found out I could, but I'll show you a few videos explaining all that later. But um you guys want to know how I did that? It's I'll show you how I did that on Switch. I don't know how you do it the same on PC or Xbox or PlayStation Xbox, I mean, but this is how I did it on Switch. I even put the video in slow motion so you could see it. Yeah, sorry about the sound. I pressed it 3 times there. Okay, so you see that? Look at my finger right there on the ZL button. I pressed it once, twice, and 3 times. And then you guys can see, Batarang goes, knocks him down, right? So you have to be a certain distance away from the actual enemy in order for it to work. Otherwise, you'll just end up having to do it from like a building top and, repeatedly throwing at it until you hear like a bang. But I'll show you a video here in a second showing that. But yeah, for Switch, it's easy. You have to be at a certain distance, like I say. But like I say, it's 1, 2, 3 presses, and then it'll happen. So, for that, I call it. I forgot to explain. I call this the single Batarang takedown because it's really self-explanatory. It's single one Batarang takedown. How when you're fighting guys, you hear a loud bang like a shotgun after you take the person down. Like I say, self-explanatory. Single Batarang takedown. Which one Batarang that you're throwing and it takes them down. I call it that. So anyway, that's how this is what happened and this is how I did it. And I also realized that you can skip it, and I'll show you a video.
Wherever you've gone, Batman, I'll find you.
So you saw there, right? I came over here, right? And there was a guy over here, right? I threw the Batarang. I threw the Batarang like normal. You saw the cut screen, but then it zooms out back to me because I skipped it. So, and I'll actually show you guys another video that I found too of how to do that. Of something else that I just recently discovered that you can skip, which I apparently didn't know you can skip almost anything in this game. So yeah, I throw the Batarang and I press A on my Switch and it skips it. All right. So yeah, you can skip this too if you guys don't want to see the whole thing where you throw it the whole time and then it knocks it down. You can skip it like I did here, where you just throw it and then return back. You just gotta press A for switch. But like I say, if you guys are having trouble and stuff and you're fighting a lot of guys, this is what'll happen. You'll hear a bang, but I'll show you. If you guys are just fighting, you'll hear a noise. You just won't see anything.
Why you hiding up there, Batman?
So did you hear that bang? You didn't see anything, right? So through the whole thing, the bang happens around here. You don't see anything though. Listen.
Why you hiding up there, Batman?
Bang, you heard it. So that means you knocked him down using the Batarang. You just didn't see it. That's because if you can't get it the first few tries and you just keep going, you won't see a cut screen, but you'll hear a loud bang. And this is kind of hard to do because if there's a lot of guys, Batman's, targeting several different people, and you're trying to look and whatever, you just can't focus it right, and then you end up knocking one of them down. You'll hear a noise like you do when you're actually fighting, and you hear a loud bang after you knock them out. That's what'll happen. This is also easier if you just want to waste time too. But yeah, I'll show you a video explaining, or a video I found too, of something else I found you can skip. So this is what I found out that I could also skip. So I don't know if you know what that was, but I'm still at the point where I'm trying to find like Riddler. Like I'm trying to still interrogate people because as you saw, this guy was green. Which I'm still at that point. So I also found out that if you're like ever interrogate someone, you can also press A and skip that as well, which I didn't know. So yeah, like they usually talk, but I pressed A right here and then I knocked him out, so you don't even hear what he says. So yeah, also found out that I can skip that as well.